Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today I'm back with another haul video. So the items I have here, I bought mostly from people on Facebook Marketplace. And I don't want to forget my wonderful painting behind me. It's a paint by number that I bought from someone on Etsy. But first, let's start with the haul video. So like I said, bought some things from some people on Facebook Marketplace, which is pretty much the only sourcing opportunity I have while quarantined, besides the estate sales that I occasionally am able to go shop from. I have videos on that if you're curious, if you haven't watched them yet. So let's just jump right on in. I got an assortment of items here for $25. So let me see how I want to do this. Starting with this item until I say stop. Those were all $25. So this is a beautiful vase. I love the white with the gold 22 karat leafing accenting on there and the beautiful little flowers painted on there. It's a wonderful piece. And the handles, the double handles, there's the back of it. I especially like the top, very cool. And then the bottom. So this is a symbol very reminiscent to the Meissen mark. Meissen is out of Germany, that region over there, and they have a mark very similar to that, but this actually is made by Home Co., which is a home interiors brand. So it's not like that old. It's probably from the 50s, 60s time frame, but it's really pretty, and I like this piece a lot. So I had to pick it up, and there are no chips or cracks on it. It's just a really pretty example. So I did get a piece of Royal Hager. This is in the mauve agate. Look at that. It's this wonderful flower plume. Very interesting flapper. A flapper type of a feather. Like the 1920s. Look at that, just so cool. So it's Royal Hager, like I said. And yeah, this texture and not the texture, but the painting colors, they call that mauve agate. It's a beautiful pink and blue kind of a color. There's the bottom. It's marked Royal Hager, and there are no chips or cracks. So I thought that was a spectacular find. It's a vase though, by the way. So you could, use it for that. There are a few different versions of that same kind of a vase, but first of all, they're not entirely prevalent. So it's not like there's a ton of them floating around out there online. But that one specifically, I haven't really found much of, even looking back years on Worth Point. So that's pretty cool. I did also buy, this little, it's a, what do you call that? Oh, my brain, Linux. It's a Linux USA little dish. Not actually sure what this dish is for. If it's like an open butter dish or a trinket, it's kind of too short to be for celery. You could maybe put cheese or d'oeuvres, anything on it, I guess. But it has this texture, these like lines, and the gold edging. And like I said, it is Linux USA. So it's really cool, and I just had to hide that focus. I just had to pick it up while I was already buying the other things. I also bought this little box here. Now, whenever I asked about it, she said that there was no chips or cracks, but when I got it home, I realized that there was. Now, it's not in bad shape. You can see there's a pretty little rose there, and over here, and over here. But that is where wait, I lost it. Yeah, it is here. So there's a chip. Where did it go? Oh, yeah, it's right there. So that petal has been broken off, unfortunately. But it's a really pretty hard paste porcelain ceramic, overall in pretty great shape. This item I will be putting up on my next Friday night sale, which is coming up, where I do my live sale. So that'll be on there. I also, from the same buyer for $25, I bought this. So this was included along with the this piece here. She had multiple listings, and there was like a listing of vases. Actually, that was, now I'm confused. Well, point is, this came with another piece from her, but it has this sawtooth edge on here. It's really pretty. And it looks like a cut piece, but it's just pressed glass. It's in very nice shape, actually. And I don't see any maker on it or anything like that. Yeah, it's just regular glass. It doesn't rainbow in the light very well. So I just thought it was pretty. So this one is going to show, this one I'm going to put on Friday night sale as well. Just a really pretty vase. Now here we have this little fluted guy. It has the kind of scalloped top, and it has the etched wheat on here, and then the kind of a tarnished silver base. So this is probably another item that I'll sell on the Friday night sale, but it's pretty. It has that silver, what do you call that? Silver overlay? No, it's called silver plate bottom, but it's pretty nonetheless. And with a flower bud in there, so cute. Now the other vase that I got from the same buyer, or the same seller, was this one here. Now this was one I was really happy to get. It's lusterware. It has the blue, there we go. It has the blue luster up top here, and the flowers hand painted with the, look at the gold. They put gold on the inside. That's pretty unique. And then it has the peach luster down here. Nice big tree, big leaves. Just overall a very interesting piece. Now there is a little like birthmark, I guess you'd call it, right here. It's inside the glaze. I'm not sure what is going on with it. And then it's a made in Japan piece, so it dates to the 30s time frame. It's very cool. I like this one. It's a nice large size, as you can see. So I was excited to get that one as part of the grouping. I also, in that same grouping, bought these 2 chalkware pieces. Here's one of them. It's this fun banana. I love buying chalkware items. The back's in pretty nice shape, and I don't see a maker on the side. Usually you can find those on the sides if they're made by Miller Studios, for instance. But we just have this one here, and the bunch of grapes. Those were also included. He has a little white boo-boo right on there. You could color correct that if you wanted to, but it's an overall very nice shape. So I'll be selling those also on the Friday night sale. The last thing that I got as part of that $25 bundle is this set of embroidered placemats. And I'll open up one. There are 4 of them, I think. Yes, wait, 1, my brain. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4, and it has this like linen material, and then the really pretty pink little things on there. So I thought those were fun. Oh, they're like little flowers or something. But I've got the 4 of those, and then it came with 2 like napkins. The napkins have the sewn edge. What do you call that whenever it's on there like that? Serged, like a serged edge. But it has this cool label, Majestic. So it was originally an 8-piece set. There are 4 placemats and 2 napkins included. So yeah, all of that was $25. Not a bad price. And that was from a Facebook purchase. There are a few other items here in the haul. This I actually bought from the antique mall that I am leaving. I mentioned that in a previous like vlog video that I was going to be leaving my antique mall, but I'll still shop there because this was only $5. I say only, but it's very unique looking. It's very tropical. I think it's very cool, and I have not seen anything quite like it. So it has the tropical fish, the seaweed, these interesting handles, and it is made in Japan. It just says on the bottom here, A, Japan, and then these like numbers. So I'm not actually sure who the manufacturer is of that, but it is very cool. So this one here will be going on eBay, as well as those other items that I just showed, that, well, like the vase, the Hager, the other vase, the Lennox, those are going on eBay, just like everything else mostly, but they will be up for auction format. So we'll see how that does. But this I was hoping would do, I think honestly, it's like a $15 vase. I think that should be, like, that's the minimum it should be. But I put it up for auction. It's just very unique. So there's that one. Now I do have 3 pieces of my Belique collection that I am selling off because I'm sort of honing my collection a little bit tighter, and frankly it just didn't fit in that little nice window thing that I have. I had pieces kind of stacked, so I am going to sell some of these Belique Ireland pieces. So let's start off first with the little nappy dish. Little nappy or a lemon plate, but it has the shamrocks on it. So pretty. And it does have the basket weave texture. So this is Belique. I've talked about it before. This is Irish porcelain. It has this very pretty, almost luster sheen to it. It's not lusterware, but it just has that. I can't explain it really. So it has the back stamp on here. That's upside down. There we go. And this dates to, I want to say, between 1960 and 1980, somewhere in there, based on this back stamp. And that's true with the other 2 pieces I have. Then we have this one, nice little bowl. Again, it has the basket weave texture. Very interesting shape. Look at that. Beautiful interior. And it's also marked on the bottom. And then the last piece of Belique is this beautiful little creamer. This one's different though. If you look at the texture, it sort of has, it's kind of like a fish scale, but it has more detail than that. And it has the yellowed, sort of lustery finish on here. Beautiful. Also with the same marking on the bottom. So those have hit eBay at this moment. So they're up for auction right now. Everything is 5-day auction. The last thing I want to show that I'm parting with, I bought it a while ago, but I had to make room for other things in the house. It's right here. Look at that. This is a black velvet painting in a round wood carved frame. Look at that frame with the bow, and it's just stunning. So this is black velvet that's been painted. It's probably from the 19-teens or so, teens to 20. I don't think it's much later than that based on the style and the frame. Let me turn it around for you. Look at this construction. Isn't it beautiful? It does have the hanger wire. It's ready to go. No other writing on the back of it, but you can see that wood is older. It's just very nice. Very, very lovely. I'm actually looking at the detailing to see if it's gesso or if it's wood carved, and then I'm pretty certain that this is wood carved and then veneered onto the substrate. There are cracks in it though, which is making me, no, wait a minute. There's very minor cracks. Okay, so this actually might be gesso, which is a plaster. It was as a way at the time to be more cost effective than actually carving wood. It's easier to carve, or mold rather, mold the gesso and then apply it onto the wood substrate. So this might be that. It's just this finish is so well done that it's hard to tell. But there are issues with the velvet. I've cut the straggler pieces off of it so it's not distracting. But you can see in the light, that raking light there, around near her head, those little dashes, that's where the velvet has went away. So in a not a brightly lit room, you don't see that. And even from face on, you're not gonna really see it. But when you have that sideways light, you do. But it's a really pretty piece. So that is large. Shipping will be something as far as like actually packaging it. But it's time to sell it. I bought that at a flea market for, I want to say $20. I think so. So I started the bidding at 40. I hope it does much better than that because it's a very special piece. It's very hard to find, very rare with that frame being round like that. And black velvet paintings aren't that common. Usually you'll find them from when they had their when they became popular again in the 70s or so. So the only other thing I wanted to mention in today's haul is that painting right behind me. I've talked about it a few different times on like Instagram and other things in passing, but let me angle this up and you can take a look at it. Here we'll focus on it and we'll zoom in and we'll take a look at it together. Okay, so this is a paint by number. Let's get that straightened. It's beautiful. It's just very mid-century. I just love it. Has the building on the back, all the flamingos having their party. So that was about $100 with shipping included on Etsy, and I love it right there. I think it's just super fun. It brightens up that space, and it sort of ties in my dining room, my sitting room with this space because I have a really pretty pink color on the wall over here. I'll spin you around. You can take a look what I'm talking about. So we'll spin you around right over there. So that's the pink. And then we have this tinfoil art right over here. That's a tinsel art. It's like a foil kind of a thing. And then we go back over here and there we are. I think it works really well. But anyways, with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.